following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Or not really, not exactly. You know how this works, people. Hello, hello, hello. It's a little bit chilly in Florida, so he might have froze to his balcony. We don't know, but we'll get right back to you on that. So, welcome to the Adventures of Pipeman. Woo! Woo! What a day, what a day. Oh, we have things in store for you. Today is, wow. We're on season 20, episode 15, and he made it. Look at that. He unfroze himself. A little bit of hot water on those railings will do wonders. Let's bring in the Pipe Man. Hello, Pipe Man.
Oh my God. You're not going to believe what happened.
You froze to the balcony?
No. No, what happened was I was on my way here. I got to the studio and an iguana landed on my head.
Oh no. Did you get it for soup later?
I put it in the refrigerator, but I'll tell you what I did do in honor of Juan. Before the show, I ate an empanada.
Nice.
That's showing my solidarity with Juan, kind of like Bad Bunny was showing his solidarity with everybody at the Grammys. So, Rebel, did you even start the show right?
Probably not.
No, she did not.
Oh my God, Rebel. Listen, I how many years do you have to be with me to know how to do it?
Hey, look. I was thinking you were going to jump right in at the very last second.
I was, but the iguana stopped me.
No.
So I do want to bring on, we have a very special guest. Yeah. Hey, that looks pretty cool. That's about you, Rebel. Okay. But guess what I got myself as a present recently, because nobody else did. And then we'll bring the guest on.
Got yourself more noisemakers for the show.
Well, you're kind of close. Like, you got to be more specific.
The BS button?
Okay, yes, we did. We got a new one. I had one for like 17 seasons, and then it just died. But anyway, okay, so I want to hear, because I wasn't there, Rebel, or Juan, can you tell me how Rebel started the show? Can you give me your version of her, like, do an impersonation of Rebel starting the show?
Well, the show started with, and here's the Pipeman, and then she goes, oh, or maybe not. And then she just started spiraling downwards after that.
Okay, did you say anything about, the name of the show, the name of the station, or any of that stuff, bro?
She said what season and episode we were on.
Only got to the season episode. That's it.
Hello, how many years have you been doing radio? Okay, that's how you kind of start the show. You start the show with you're listening to the Adventures of Pipeman right here on W4CY Radio. You couldn't handle that.
No, I wanted to leave it for you to do it when you got here.
Oh my God. Well, I'm not going to do it now because it's too late.
You just did.
No, but I didn't actually do it. I just said that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. So who the hell is Alex Gray? I'm going to ask both of you. Okay, let's start with you, Juan.
I'm gonna give the smart ass
Because
answer.
he asked me before the show, and I wouldn't tell him.
I'm gonna give the smart ass answer and say that is our guest for today.
Well, that's not the smart ass answer. That's the like kiss ass answer. Okay.
Is it though?
Let's ask Rebel. She'll probably give the smart ass answer. No, but seriously, who the hell is Alex Gray, Rebel?
I believe Alex Gray is a voiceover performer from maybe the UK.
Okay, why do you think UK?
Because I listened to her reel and sounds UK to me.
She sounds British.
Whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, let's bring her on, Juan, and let's see if she's British.
Hello. No, I'm not. But I like that because I have British characters.
Nice. See? So, Rebel.
Yes.
You got fooled, I think.
Well, she's got talent.
I think that is a credit to my performance. Thank you, Rebel.
So who the hell are you, Alex Gray? I don't even know. I think, Rebel, I think you've met her before too, by the way.
Maybe.
I think so. I think we've met at a festival before.
Yeah, see?
So I am a radio personality. I host a podcast. I am a guest on this awesome podcast. I do audiobooks. I do voiceover work. I do a lot of really fun stuff in this beautiful entertainment world.
Nice. And so how did Alex Gray develop?
So, I was born and then I was like, I really like music. I want to do something with that. And then here I am.
Okay, so
that's really how I got into like radio. We all have the dream of, I want to be a rock star. And so I was like, I want to be a rock star. Went to school, got my degrees, did not use them, but landed a gig in radio. And I'm like, this is kind of the rock star gig I was looking for. I just didn't know I was looking for this. And that's honestly the short and skinny version of it.
Yeah, it's a little different for me because I wanted to be a rock star too. And I played drums and I played guitar and I sang thrash metal and I sucked at all three. So I did radio.
There you go.
It was only logical.
They say those who can't teach, well, it's those who can't announce in this, in this thing.
You ended up where you were supposed to be, Dean.
Exactly. I'll tell you the real reason that I was delayed getting on the show because I had one of my props. I have this prop we started last week. It's a book that somebody got me years ago. I don't even remember who got it for me. It says How to Have Sex on Your Birthday. I think it probably was thing one, but I'm not sure.
She gave you a book on how to have sex, but didn't give you any. Wow.
Well, that's for sure. Yes. That's for sure.
Specifically on your birthday.
Well, that's why last week we talked about masturbation because that's what the book was good for. Okay, at that point in my life. Okay, but today I just opened it up to a random page. I like to just open it to a random page, and it caught my attention, so I was late to the show. And it says,
we don't need that many details on that, really.
So that's what happened. He was looking at the centerfold.
It was so South Florida. Yeah, look, it's like a centerfold here. Okay. It says having an orgy on your birthday.
I mean, happy birthday.
Start up right now.
Now, here's what's great about this book is the very next page. So I'm like, I see that. I'm like, well, let me see what's on the next page. The next page is safe sex on your birthday.
Dude, these are the important details.
I want to know, do you think they planned it that way? It's like, but shouldn't they have the safe sex one, the page before the orgy? I don't know.
Probably.
Okay, so there's 10 great sex games for your birthday. Okay, every one of you, name one for me. I'll tell you if it's on the list.
Ring toss.
Well, I think I know a little more about you, Juan, than I really want to know at this point.
That was quick, too. He was like, this one.
I know. He was surprising because he's the one that, he's the behind-the-scenes person. And then, I don't know, he just came on here and I was like, who the hell is Studio Nut?
That guy.
And there he is. We got to give you a nut, Alex.
All right. Where's my nut?
Like all the co-hosts are pipe nuts, so you have to be a certain. Now it's self-explanatory why Rebel's swamp nut, okay? Because she lives in racist Louisiana in the bayous, okay, and she's had some swamp ass with some KKK people. I think, I don't know
What?
So swamp nut.
Okay.
Hey, are you like an alligator swamp nut? Like when it gets cold there, do you like stick your nostrils out of the lake into the air to survive like the alligators do? You guys speak into the mic. Like, how many years you been doing?
I said, surely do not.
Oh, well, okay. So maybe you should try it. I don't know. Okay, so what's your guess, Rebel?
Go fish.
You guys have stupid answers. To be honest, okay?
We did talk about gerbils, places they don't belong, so go fish might be a thing.
Well, that was a dedication. that was a dedication to Richard Gere. Okay, so what would your guess, Alex, be?
Honestly, I really want to know if Juan's answer's on there. I don't know. I'm going to be super boring and like the dice game or something.
You guys are all super boring.
Right?
You want to hear what the top 10
About Connect 4?
That might be a good one, okay? Do you want to hear the top 10?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. It's Gladiator and the Slave Girl. Is number one. That's number one.
I've never played that game. Oh my.
Number two is Mr. Iceman. I don't know if that has anything to do with Top Gun, but maybe. 3, I think this one might be your speed, Rebel. Rubber band bondage. Would you do that, Rebel?
That's a hard no.
Okay, so you'll have sex with the KKK, but it's a hard no to have bondage with
sex.
rubber band.
It was not sex.
Okay, so we're gonna get into that subject. Okay, let's take a poll. Okay, Juan, is oral sex sex?
I mean, it's in the title, right? It's a
Okay,
type of
well,
sex.
there you go. Okay, so you know what I have to say to Rebel? Oh, hold on, let's get Alex's side. Okay.
I mean, honestly, it counts. Sorry, Rebel.
All right, Rebel. So you get the.
I didn't get nothing out of it, so I don't feel it counts.
A lot of couples will disagree with you on that one.
Well, yeah, but that's usually the cheating couples. Well, it doesn't count if it's just oral,
Well, I'm so sorry to break it to you, but a lot of times there are lies involved. So a lot of times the woman doesn't get anything out of it. I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
That is true.
So it has to be a two-way street for it to count.
No.
I mean, no, but definitely different. I mean, penetration is definitely a more viable sex, counter than just oral because
some penetration going there. I'm guessing.
So since your name is Alex Gray, does that mean you like the rubber band bondage thing?
Rubber bands, I'm not a fan of.
Oh, that sounds like trauma. I want to hear that story.
I'll tell you off camera one of these days. We just met, so we got to keep it a little bit guessing,
That's why we need to just tell the whole world it's just a microphone.
Just for the next year, we'll do like a segment of like the next shade of gray.
I like that.
Okay. How about Rebel's segment, the backside of gray? Because Rebel likes the backside stuff.
No, and don't.
That counts too.
Okay, but that's a hard no. That has never happened, and exit only people.
So that's what they do over there at the swamp.
They do a lot more than that, but no.
What's it like living in Louisiana? I want to know anyway. Tell me what it's like. First of all,
just as boring as living in Florida.
come on now. It can't be boring. Okay, Alex, I have to fill you in a little bit on Rebel.
Okay.
So the first time she came here to Florida and came in person in the studios, you know, you get out at Fort Lauderdale Airport, which is the smut capital of the world, let's face it. And there's a big billboard that says free HIV testing.
Not one billboard. It was plastered everywhere.
She never saw this before. She never, and no wonder so many people in Louisiana have chlamydia. I mean, come on.
No wonder. I felt when I saw out there and I seen billboard, ad, billboard. I was like, I feel dirty. I feel like I need a bath.
But you still didn't get tested.
I just stepped off a plane. There's no reason just because I stepped off a plane. I mean,
you have 5 boyfriends and you believe oral sex is not sex, but you don't believe in free testing.
I didn't say that. I said I was scared when I seen all these things bombarding me. It's like, ooh, please don't touch me. Don't breathe on me. Nothing.
See, I can see it catching you off guard, but at least you know it's safe and it's clean.
Hey, look at
that. Is
it
though?
Look at that, Alex. You got a comment there.
Oh, I thank you so much, Chase.
I think it's your stalker, personally. It's actually Rebel's stalker. Right? He's cheating on Rebel.
Oh, it's okay.
It's just my eyes, Rebel.
But that's okay.
There's no cheating involved in this.
Because that's okay. Rebel has 4 other boyfriends.
Good on you, girl. I am impressed with your stamina.
So, Juan, how about you? Do you have 4 boyfriends?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Have
Gotta
you
catch
ever?
up.
All right, so Alex Gray, why are you here?
To enjoy this crazy chaos because, man.
I thought we were going to give you a Grammy Award, actually. I want to give you a Grammy Award. If I were to give you a Grammy, what would it be for?
It would be for best dad jokes. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone I had to step on to get here.
Oh, that's cool because we used to have somebody on the show. We called them the mayor of Pipeland. and Rebel will tell you why, because like he was a bit, first of all, he was a big theater fan, and he was the size of one of the munchkins in one of his favorite plays, Wizard of Oz. So he was the mayor of Pipeland and the mayor of Munchkinland too. And we used to have him do proclamations on the show, like one of the little people. Do you have to say little people for the Wizard of Oz in 2026? Because they weren't called that in the movie. So you have to now call them that instead of munchkins? Like, if you call the munchkins of Munchkinland munchkins, is that being offensive?
No, definitely not. That is the official title of their location. So
I bet you they don't like ice. I bet you the munchkins don't like ice.
Well, dude, it's cold.
Yeah, exactly. They'd rather have some, lukewarm, some bayou water. They belong that's where you can hide people. That is the perfect place to hide people.
I can't really talk about hiding people in this one.
Wait a minute. I'm going to give my message out to the world. Like everybody gave messages on the Grammys. I'm going to give my message. Any of you out there that are worried about ice in your drinks, okay, go to Rebel's house. She'll hide you in the bayou. That's your safe
hide.
place.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Never to be found.
So,
exactly.
So yeah, the Grammys. What do you think of the Grammys, Alex?
I thought it was really cool. I mean, there were obviously some standout highlights. Ozzy, that tribute being my #1 standout highlight. That was fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. I was talking to my brother yesterday, and he does not like metal. It's not his thing. He does like 90s alternative and stuff like that. But, we're not talking about 90s alternative like good 90s alternative. We're talking about old people 90s alternative. Because he is a senior citizen. I remember way back when one time he said to me, he was like, no matter what, I'll always be 6 years older than you. And now in 2026, I'm going to say this live publicly to the world. You're right. You can have that 6 years. You are officially older and old. He's a boomer. I'm a Gen Xer. And I make sure he knows that. Okay. But he did say, he was like, I have to say, not my genre, not my music, but he was very impressed with the Ozzy Tribute. So that says a lot. You know, it's easy for us metal fans to, you know, think it's great and they did a great job, but somebody that's not even into it to say that, that says a lot. Now, I did forward him a link to Spirit Box's performance. That one, I think he went to the emergency room for his ears.
R.I.P.
But oh my God, they were so badass. Spirit Box.
So good. It was so good.
Did you Swamp Nuns, do you not? Did you watch the Grammys? Let's see if they're allowed to be on my show. That's bullshit. Hold on. Wait.
Everybody here is way too dressed for that.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horny shit.
So we could do it the New World way where we just load it into the thing, but that's more fun. It's more fun to have a prop. Especially if I get mad at my listeners, I can throw it at my computer. No, that might not be a good idea. Wait, that voice should not have come out of my head. So that's
you got to let it out.
That's the problem. Like, you know, like sometimes I'll sit there on the beach and I'll see like this drone flying over. And I sit there and I think to myself, boy, you know, I really do wish I owned a gun. I would shoot that shit down.
That's illegal. Discharge of a firearm. I would not do that.
Well, it would be pretty hard. I don't have a gun, Rebel. I don't like guns. But if I had one, but I do have a crossbow. Would be a problem if I used the crossbow to take out the drone?
I don't know the legalities on that one.
It's not a firearm.
It's not a firearm, but it is dangerous if you hit the drone and the arrow go down and nail somebody in the head. Like those iguanas.
All right, Juan, since you're somebody that's familiar with being worried about drones, I have
a drone.
Oh, you're the one. Oh my God, I'm going to shoot your drone down.
I'm not the one, but it's about to be.
Okay, we have a listener that has some info about the Grammys. Da-da-da. Okay, let's get everybody's viewpoint on this. Who wants to start?
Money talks. I mean, it's a very large public stage. Of course, political views are going to play in that because political powers are paying to be at the forefront of, you know, that kind of audience.
Right. But I say the same thing about when everybody doing the take a knee crap. There's a time and a place for it. Just because you're there doesn't mean that you should use that platform for that. That's not what the platform is there for. I do, however, say people probably should have put a little bit more money to their wardrobes because there was some lack of them.
Ooh, I thought it was fun.
Okay, so I want to hear what Alex has to say, but first I want to say, like, I've never heard you say, Rebel, that you don't like getting on your knees. That was the first time. That's all I got out of what you said, by the way.
That's how you know she's getting old.
Everything you said, I don't even know what else you said. That's all I got out of it. But go ahead.
Stopped on the knees, huh? Getting on the knees. Jeez.
All right, Alex. Let's hear your viewpoint on this.
All right. So as far as, you know, having political views on the Grammys, I personally think if you are a celebrity or a figurehead or a musician and you have a platform, I think if you're passionate about something, I think you should use that platform to speak out to whatever you're passionate about. And so I really think it's great that these people who do have really strong voices are using them the way they feel appropriate. I like to see that.
You know, I do have to agree with that, and I'll tell you why too. Okay, it's always been music. Like, why do people nowadays think musicians and artists and entertainers shouldn't have a voice? They've always had a voice. And yes, if you have a platform, whatever your beliefs are, if they're not harmful to other people, you should express it to them. I may not agree with what you're expressing, but I think it's your right to do it. And since you do have that microphone, why not? And again, as long as you're not doing any harm, like if you're not Charles Manson up there telling people, because that happened in the entertainment industry too. I was just watching, like, before the show, the Manson Chaos. It's called Chaos. It just came out in 2025, another Manson thing. I love watching the Manson things because, man, think about the similarities between Manson and any politician today. Like, I always say that Manson probably would be able to get elected president today. Just saying. And it doesn't matter what party he would be in. Okay. For him to do what he did, like, it's kind of impressive to get people to blindly just say and do stupid shit. Oh, wait a minute. That's what's happening too. Okay. So, but seriously, think about it. Okay. In the 50s, there were the rebels in music, the rock and roll rebels, and they had a voice, and then in the 60s, you had the hippies, and they had a very political voice. Like, they both had political voices. Every generation, every decade, musicians and artists and entertainers have had a voice, and musicians specifically put it in their music. Like, most music is based on political views. Mm-hmm. And what I love is when people, I've ran into people that listen to music that in the song it has political views that differ their own beliefs that they're vehemently against, but they'll still listen to the song. And so the fact is, why should they have any less of a voice than anybody else? I think everybody should have a voice. You do.
I'm not saying don't have a voice, but I'm saying do they do it in a live concert? Do they take their time because it's their concert that people paid to go see?
They absolutely
do it then? Or do they just use it in a public forum that this is not what I expected to see when I'm watching this program?
A family member of mine, it didn't bother me, okay, but a family member of mine was bothered by Jelly Roll. And I love Jelly Roll. And he is cool as shit, okay? And he was just spreading love, man. Even if you don't believe the same religion or whatever, as long as you're spreading love, that's all that matters, okay? And so he was offended because he was like, oh, yeah, no, all he kept talking about is Jesus, and everybody should have Jesus. And he's like, well, hello, I'm Jewish here. Like, who cares? And Jesus was a Jew too. I'm a Jew. I wasn't offended by that. Like, if that's his belief and that makes him a good person, that's all I care. If your beliefs make you a good person and somebody that does good for others and does not intentionally try to harm others, man, you could be you, Rebel, and believe in, sex in the bayou with whoever.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like, we need to go back to a time where I was just watching on Netflix. They had when the USA won the against the Russians during the Cold War, when things were really bad in this country. Okay, we had crime rates at 20% and higher. We had gas shortages, lines for gas, inflation through the roof. Everybody talks about cost today. Well, that same thing. History always repeats itself, by the way.
No one learns.
But musicians were political about that then too, and not only that, but I mean, listen, one thing that happened in this Netflix thing is the whole country got united for a hockey team to win the gold in the Olympics. And man, we need that That's where I want to live again. You know, I don't want to live in whoever wins their election. I don't want to live in, colors. I want to, you know what? Just make it all a bunch of gray. Alex Gray.
I'm not running.
I just did you're my vice presidential candidate.
Maybe.
In fact, it's too early though, but we would normally run the Pipeman for pres, but it's too early to put my hat in. I gotta wait and see what happens.
Is it really ever too early?
I don't know. But I'll leave it up to Juan if we want to do that. But okay, so let's talk more Grammys. Okay, so Joey Roll, I think he's just become an amazing human being. I'm in awe of him when he sat in front of Congress and told them, to stop the bullshit with the fentanyl, and now let's switch gears to the Super Bowl for a second. I want to know everybody's opinion about this. Okay. They are now coming up with alternative versions of the halftime show because of what Bad Bunny said in the Grammys. Like, I'm just going to say it first. What the fuck? The dude gives a loving message, and let's have alternative versions that are all American. I hate to clue you people in. Nothing to do with politics. Puerto Rico is the United States dingbats. Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm what the fucking about. Like, it's our own country. You're so blinded by the whatever. It's your own country. But anyway, why do we have multiple versions? There should just be one version. Have a different version next year. What's your opinion, Juan?
I mean, I don't know why the controversy, like they've had so many people from outside the country, perform the Super Bowl, and that's never been an issue before.
Right? You've had Shakira is from Colombia.
I don't want to sound like, like some certain types of people, but it only happened during this administration.
You mean
really?
The administration of Resident Rump?
That's correct. And I have nothing. I have nothing against them, but like these people they're starting like just way out of pocket controversies. Like there shouldn't be that much of a controversy.
It's just stupid. It's a halftime show, people. Get over yourselves. Okay, what's your opinion, Rebel? Because Rebel's from that part of the country that probably is like, oh no, man, we need ourselves some American entertainment. We don't need that honky-tonk Hispanic bullshit.
For future reference, anybody who watches football knows that they're trying to expand the American Football League to other countries. Hence the fact our teams are playing multiple countries this year coming. The end of this year when football season starts. They're branching NFL out to other countries. So you're going to expect to see multiple countries involved in multiple things. So why?
He's from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. That's literally one of the states.
I understand this.
And there have been a lot of performers in the past from the UK.
Hey, listen,
I understand
whoever doesn't like the halftime show can throw paper towels at Bad Bunny, okay?
Just go make a snack. Don't want.
How many halftime shows have we hated? Like, let's be honest. A lot of them really suck. Like, why are people picking on this one so hard specifically and putting an alternate one together? There have been way worse performers that I would have been like, okay, I see why, based on the music. Let's keep politics out of it. Based on the music, I could see trying to do an alternate halftime show. But this one, it's different, like Dean was saying. It's
exactly
weird.
And so what? You have to like switch stations and what? And like again,
then you'll miss the commercials.
It's more division, if you ask me. Let the whole world watch the same Super Bowl. We don't need that. That's why I have to. I believe this. I have to do this in the 2028 election for my platform. But I say, if we want to solve the world's problems, we have to have one big music festival, it would have to be metal because some of the other ones it wouldn't work. Okay, it would have to be metal, hard rock, punk. Okay, and where everybody in the world is required to attend. And I'll tell you why it has to be metal or punk or hard rock in a second, and then we would all be united as one person and get the best therapy ever and work everything out in the pit. Like the mosh pit would solve everything. One national mosh pit for everybody. You could be red, green, blue, yellow. It doesn't matter. You get in that mosh pit and we're all friends and we're all family. That's why it has to be metal, punk, or hard rock, because that's usually what happens. Like, hate to say it, country shows, it's a bunch of rednecks getting drunk and getting into fistfights to show how macho they are.
That is not the only thing country has to offer. Oh my goodness.
Well, if that wasn't true, Carrie Underwood wouldn't be a metalhead. She's a metalhead that does country because she's damn good at it and makes a lot of money doing it. But she is a metalhead. Christina Aguilera, metalhead. They just choose to perform in a genre where you can actually make money. Whereas
Lady Gaga, come on.
Yeah, there you go. She was badass in the Grammys.
Hell yeah.
Grammys, yeah.
She's a
badass in the Grammys. When she did that thing with Metallica, oh my God, I was like, ooh, I was so impressed. And she had just done a gig with Tony Bennett the week before. Like, I am so impressed with her. Speaking of dress, you were talking about how people looked, Rebel. I'm going to switch to Alex because, she mentioned Lady Gaga. And again, somebody was making a comment to me about how people were dressed, kind of like your kind of comment, the derogatory comment that you made.
It wasn't derogatory. I said there was less clothing on people.
Well,
in general.
Janet Jackson, whatever. No, that's the Super Bowl. Okay, we're it just coexists with each other. But here's the thing, okay? Lady Gaga wore a meat suit, okay?
Not this
year. Is something, yeah, but it's something that's been going on. Like when somebody was saying, oh, they should dress a certain way for the Grammys.
I didn't say nobody should dress
a
certain way.
Somebody else said it, okay? That's true for the Oscars, but the Grammys is a bunch of musicians. When do they not dress weird or do different things? Or, like you said, Rebel, wear nothing. There was somebody that had a dress. I saw it. In fact, I think she's going to get arrested or some shit like that. I can't remember, but like basically she was wearing nothing. There was like something tying her dress to her nipple.
Dude, Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
I love, so that was the first thing my brain went to when you brought it up, Rebel. I freaking loved Chapel's dress. I was like, yes, queen, you go, girl.
I liked it. So, I mean, come on. What's wrong with that, Rebel?
I never said anything was wrong with it. I said there was less of it. Okay.
Well, did you like that there was less of it, or do you not like that there was less of it?
I give two shits less. I don't care how people dress. I'm not their parent. I mean, if that's how you want to express yourself, then all for it. Go for it, But I think she was, I felt like she was a Barbie pressed into a, not that person, Heidi, I think it's Heidi Klum. She was wearing this, looked like a plastic, I don't know what the heck to call it. I mean, it had,
she was dipped in wax, kind of, right?
Right, like
That's
a Barbie thing, like they were molding Barbie. It's like, that is not, that, I had to wonder, did she have a back surgery or something and was in a contraption? And, it's like they had things on the side. This is not a straight jacket type of thing. It's, I don't know what that was called. And she could hardly walk. It's like, Wow.
So I just found out I'm an idiot.
What? Why this time? Just kidding.
Well, because when I logged in, I put on the right mic, but I think Juan messed with me. No, I'm just kidding. He sent the chat in there. Check your mic settings. I just saw it right now. And apparently I was using the wrong mic.
Huh.
And nobody said anything out loud. You just let me sound like an asshole.
Hey, in my defense, this is my first time. I didn't have anything to reference.
Jeez, now you do. You hear what I sound like now? Okay. Yes. Does this sound different than before?
Way different.
Okay.
To my ears.
Just in time for the end of the show. Great. Good. Juan, next time that happens and I'm not paying attention to the stupid chat thing, okay, just say, hey, dumb fuck, use the right mic.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Wait, isn't that hey, rebel? Isn't that true? That's what Chad probably would have done, right?
Oh yeah.
Chad would have said a dumb fuck. Okay, but anyway, oh my God, what day is it, Rebel?
What the fuck, Wednesday?
No, but seriously, it is my granddaughter's birthday, by the way. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Sydney. Okay. It was my grandson, the one that passed, his birthday yesterday. So that was a bummer. And then the day before that was my other granddaughter's birthday, Giselle. So imagine that. 3 grandkids in a row with birthdays right after each other. At the beginning of the month. Like pretty when you have to pay rent and mortgages and shit.
That's not the awesome part. It is pretty awesome to have everybody like right there. All celebrate. Okay. Hopefully separately.
What else is the days?
Well,
you should be ready. What are you delaying on? Oh yeah, we need that here in Florida. Like what the fuck? So you weren't here the other day, but we had to do a show, Rebel, and both Juan and I were bundled up like we were in the tundra.
Oh, on Monday.
Okay. Because we found out, okay, so we moved to new studios. After 18 years, we moved to new studios, found out no heat in the studios. And it was, at the time I was doing the show, it was like, feels like 34, I think, or something like that. And so it was funny because I did an interview that's good. Okay, so everybody you have to pay attention. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., we're going to do one of my interviews from John Karabi this week. Great interview, great dude, great musician, has new solo music. And I have to ask Rebel a question in a second because she's going to get it wrong. But
fun stuff.
Okay, so basically we were both like bundled up in this interview. We made jokes about it, and there's talking to iguanas and all that stuff, but seriously, it was like doing my show from an igloo. Am I wrong, Juan? Because he was here too.
I was inside the same igloo.
Oh my God.
We were at 50 degrees all day inside.
Yeah, and he sent me a text. I was already on my way here to bring a parka. I'm like, thanks, I'm already on my way. Great. So the things you learn when, it's the coldest it's ever been in South Florida. Like, who knew you'd need heat? Who knew?
We weren't ready.
Okay, but anyway, so we have some festivals coming up too. We have to talk about festivals. But anyway, what else, Rebel? What else we got going on with the day today? What national days is it?
National Hemp Day, National Homemade Soup Day.
We need that too. We need the homemade soup. It's perfect for Florida. Go ahead. What was the last one?
Quacker.
Say it again.
Quacker. Quack.
Quacker?
Quacker Day, little rubber duckies. Quacker.
Oh, like for my Jeep?
Yes.
Oh, I should have brought them in. I could like thrown them at the camera. It would be cool. That would be a cool sound effect. So anyway, what else? That's it? That's all you got? Oh, Hemp Day, National Hemp Day.
I did say
that one.
That's
bullshit. It should just be National Pot Day. Like, why you gotta go half-ass and just have National Hemp Day?
Multi-purpose. Other uses.
Pot is illegal and hemp may not be.
Well, it depends on where you're at. I mean, come on. So, like,
it's federally illegal in the United States, so no matter what you do.
Resident Rump is trying to change that. So,
and that might be the thing that brings the world together. When it becomes legal and more people do it, then maybe everybody will just be at peace.
Listen,
the hippies have been saying this for years.
The Indians did. They smoke them peace pipe. Okay?
Pipe.
Smoke them peace pipe. Okay, but back to festivals. Okay, so we need to have this one major festival. Alex, I'm putting you in charge. You make that happen. Every band there is plays at the festival, and everybody in the world is required to show up. And,
how long is this festival going to be?
As long as it takes to work out our problems and just all
Forever.
love each other.
Then.
And just all love each other for who we are, what we are, doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? Just everybody just be what makes you happy and shut the hell up. That's
Dude, if I'm in charge of this festival, it's going to be A, fantastic. B, there will be a few artists who are unavailable. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah. I know a few of them. So I have to give you a rule then. No anti-Jew bands.
Well, yeah.
So Disturbed makes the list. He is a champion for the Jews, David Draymond. Like, if you go to his Instagram, he's always putting out like great stuff for the Jews because he's from Israel, like Gene Simmons. Okay. But, okay. Juan, what we need to do right now, right this second, is we're going to be giving away tickets to a festival. Just happened yesterday that we negotiated this. Okay. So you want to hurry up and go see Pipeman Radio on any socials, DM me and tell me what the stupidest thing in this show was today. And you will be entered to win tickets to
InkCarceration, America's rock, metal, and tattoo festival returns this summer with Limp Bizkit, Disturbed, Bad Omens, plus Gojira, Papa Roach, A Day to Remember, Motionless in White, Ice Nine Kills, Cypress Hill, The Used, and so many more. InkCarceration at the Ohio State Reformatory, July 17th to 19th. Passes on sale now at InkCarceration.com.
I freaking love going to prison. It's so much fun. You can go to prison, you can get tattoos, you can go to festivals, you can see stuff, you can see ghosts. There's Blood Prison where there's a haunted house, or you can see the Pipeman hiding out in the prison, scaring people that are on the prison tour. That's always fun. That was me. And I'm going to be selling my friend, and he happens to be a Jew, Andy Borowitz, has this book. He's not really my friend. I never met him, but it's Who Moved My Soap instead of who moved my cheese, the great motivational book of all time. It's Who Moved My Soap. It's perfect for Shawshank Prison and for incarceration. So go get your soap now. And by the way, new festival I've never done, added to Pipeman Radio Tour for 2026 in Houston, Texas.
In Houston.
In Houston.
I know.
And it's called Hell's Heroes. Oh my God, you guys see the lineup. There's bands in there that I've been seeing since like the 80s. Like, oh my God, they're having a pre-party that Sirith Ungol is playing at. Okay. You know them, Alex?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, see? That's what's great about metal, is that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, who you are, what stage you are in life. We know these great bands.
I got to pull this lineup up.
Yeah. Why don't you pull the lineup up and you can read the lineup to us if you want, because I usually have Rebel do it and it's not really fun when she does it. Okay. Because it's really bad.
It's not fun for me when he tells me to do it. So therefore,
and
I got you, girl. Don't worry.
All right. So while she pulls that up, I want to talk real quick about, I have been playing Madden Football 2026 every day since the championship game to see who's going to win the Super Bowl. Okay. Because when you turn it on now, it's so intuitive. My Xbox, you turn it on and it has the Super Bowl right there. And all I have to do is hit play. And I got to tell you, I am 1,000,000% convinced that, against what I would want, by the way, because I'm not a fan of the team, the New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl
again.
Well,
and it will be a record.
The Patriots will be the ones winning the Super Bowl.
Right. Exactly.
Because all the other times it was Tom Brady.
Exactly. And it was the deflated football that did it. So, but seriously though, you know, they will set a record of the most Super Bowl wins of any football team ever in history. And Rebel, we need you there at the Super Bowl on site to make sure they lose. Do whatever you have to. Make sure New England loses. But yes, I've been playing Madden Football, and every day I've played once, and every day I play Seattle against the computer, and I normally kick the computer's ass, and I'm getting beat every single time. So I'm telling you right now, New England's winning the Super Bowl. If I'm wrong, then I'll have to end this show soon. Okay. All right, go.
All right, so we've got Hell's Heroes in Houston, Texas. We've got Dirk Schneider, Balls to the Wall 40-year anniversary.
Ooh.
We've got Sanctuary doing Refuge Denied sets. Who else do we have here? I couldn't find like a nice typed out list, so.
No, it's like that, the flyer.
Oh yeah, that's all I found. But we've also got Virgin Steel, 3 Inches of Blood, Bulldozer, Butcher, White Wizard, Power Hell, Interceptor, Phantom, Hell Butcher.
We think Rebel, is she doing better than you, or you do it better than her?
Oh no, she's absolutely better than me. Keep going.
No, no, you can take over from here.
No.
I think she should take over with her little girl voice to see the difference.
How about we do this? Why don't you just all get a tall glass of shut the up? You like how I censored myself.
You've got the FCC rules just ingrained into your head. I'm the same way. I'm like, I cannot say a swear because I don't want to deal with that fine.
Yeah, you know, I do, but sometimes I fucking say something. I don't know.
It happens. See, I'm like, okay, the mic's on. I gotta keep it PG-13 here today.
Here,
right.
Never.
No, that's my mindset. So you know.
All right, I need to go because I have to finish reading about orgies and study up for, and I'll report to you guys next week about that. Meanwhile, tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. You will hear The Adventures of Pipeman, but it'll be my interview with John Karabi, and it's really good. You need to check it out. And then, of course, we have more interviews that are going to be coming. Tune in next Monday for the Positively Pipeman segment of The Adventures of Pipeman, where we will do some pet health and some business stuff on Monday. And do whatever you want next Wednesday, because it's just going to be another shit show here on The Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. And thank God for Rebel, or we'd have nobody here to make fun of. And thank you, Juan, for being such a, well, I can't think of anything right now, but maybe I'll tell you next week. And to who the hell is Alex Gray? Okay, so why did we come up with who the hell is Alex Gray? Do we know who she is now? Is she?
Need to know
we have certainly seen the first shade of her today.
I like where Juan's
Stay
at.
tuned for the next shade.
I want to see if she's really a reptilian or not. So you tune in next week and we'll find out. 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday to this version of The Adventures of Pipeman. Roll it, Juan.
Thank you for listening to The Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.